Thanks for tuning in to another Notebook Check Tech review, and in this review we've got the Huawei Mate S, which we've already done the full review on. It's on our website, it's notebookcheck.net, notebookcheck.com, .com's the German one. We've also got a second device here that they've sent us, which is still sealed. I'm going to unbox that, but also in the video we'll give you some of the results from our lab tests, including screen quality, performance, battery life as well, of course, pros and cons, and of course the Notebook Check test result overall score, which is not too bad. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe, and you'll get notifications of upcoming tech review videos. We've got a pile of devices coming in this weekend, so subscribe and you'll get early notifications. So let's make this a quick unboxing for you, just to show you what's actually in the box of the Huawei Mate S. Okay, as I said, high-end smartphone and clearly high-end packaging. Oh, that's really nice. So this is a 5.5-inch Android Lollipop smartphone, and that really is quite beautiful there. This is the all-metal casing, and we're going to go into specifications and performance and stuff later on in the video, but let's just quickly take a look, see what's in the box here. Oh, it looks really nice packaging. We unboxed the iPhone 6S, 6S Plus recently, and actually this is a little bit more interesting, a little bit more, well, actually not that much more going on really, is there? Pretty much the same, but black is always good. Headphones, power charger, of course USB, and we've got a European charger there. Alright, so that's the unboxing done. Let's get into the device and tell you a little bit about what happened in our review process. So did you spot the mistake? That says case. I missed it. The Huawei Mate S comes with a quite nice, although I'm sure that colour is going to get dirty very quickly, case. It's also an active case as well, so that when the unit is inside it and you close, it actually reformats the screen. You can actually answer calls from that as well. So nice case, maybe not so practical when you're typing, because that gets in the way of the sort of right thumb. So this is going to need some sort of protection, and that case is nice, but whether it's the right case for everyone is another matter. Okay, let's just take a look around this device then. Standard layout really. Volume rocker, power. On the bottom we've got a single, although it looks like there's two, single speaker, which is clear up until maybe about 80% volume, and then it gets a little bit distorted, but at that volume 80% it's actually quite powerful and quite clear, so it's quite a nice speaker output there. Micro USB-C. There's no MHL or video output available through this port, unfortunately. You've got a combi micro SD and a micro SIM slot there, so you can actually put a micro SD in afterwards. Headset, microphone. There's the camera on the back, and there's the fingerprint reader, which is really nice. If we just lock that and just, whoops, yeah, only take a couple of quick attempts. Let me just try that again for you. Lock, unlock. Maybe I need to reset my fingerprint to get it work first time every time, but you can tap on it. Yeah, there you go. So pretty good, and that's really in the right place for picking up the phone with either the left or right hand. In terms of connectivity, this Wi-Fi is actually only supporting 2.4 gigahertz band, so there's no 5 gigahertz support there, and as I mentioned, there's no MHL here. There's also no Miracast available through Wi-Fi as well, although it does support Wi-Fi Direct. So we have Huawei's MUI 3.1 interface here. It's Google Android 5.1, one Lollipop underneath, but there's a lot of customization that's going on here. This is the default setup as out of the box. Lots of pre-installed software there. This feels a little bit messy. There's the shortcuts there, and brightness easily available. This screen, AMOLED screen, huge contrast on this, of course, goes right to the edge, although there is one little issue: it doesn't do edge rejection. If you're touching the edge, you can't swipe. So there's a little bit of a negative on the complete edge-to-edge coverage. It does need some edge touch rejection if you want to really make sure you have a faultless experience. Now, the 13 megapixel camera on here is pretty good, pretty fast, and you'd expect that from an expensive device. There's optical image stabilization built in, no camera release button there, and there's a number of modes. There's a few light painting modes. There's a beautifier mode, which is really extreme and weird, standard photo, video, and time lapse. This can't do 4K videos, only 1080p, but the camera itself is quick to focus, quick to operate, and the results are not that bad. There's a document readjustment mode on here. It analyzes the image and the angles, frames that, and comes up with the proper squared up corrected picture. Let's just go to that again, and that's actually really good, really useful, and certainly people that take pictures of business cards, that's going to be a quick way to get a decent picture of a business card. You could probably enter that into OCR software as well. We've got a couple of test images for you on the site. Here's a couple of them now, but check out the full review on notebookcheck.net, where we've got more detail on the camera, the front camera, manual modes, HDR mode, and various other features of the camera, which we feel is quite an important part of this device. The virtual keyboard is similar to other Huawei models. It supports swiping, automatic word suggestion, and users who frequently use social networking probably missed the button for the smiley gallery on this. So 401 ppi on this full HD screen. It's a Samsung part. As I mentioned, OLED, and fantastic contrast. In fact, blacks are black, so it's almost infinite contrast on that. Viewing angle is very good. It's very tightly bonded. Middle brightness 352 nits, which isn't the highest in this class of devices. Brightness distribution across the device 87%, which is pretty average as well. In terms of color accuracy, a delta of 5 is a little bit low what we're expecting in this market. Certainly the iPhone 6 Plus comes in at less than that, the OnePlus 2 comes in at less than that, and the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge is the class leader here. So we'll look at some performance figures for you, and then we'll give you the final Notebook Check score. Antutu scored 57732, 47,700. That's not much more than the Huawei P8, to be honest. Comes nowhere near the 72,000 of the Galaxy S6 Edge, and the iPhone 6s Plus comes in at 59,000. So it's definitely not class leading in terms of performance, although there's a very good amount of performance there, and for the average user should be absolutely fine. So we measured temperature under load with the Mate S, and it's a really good story here. In fact, maximum we could measure out of this was 35.8 degrees in around this area here, and that's not hot at all. We also didn't see any thermal throttling due to heat, and so it's a very good story in terms of temperature. That's going to make a lot of difference if for people who are heavy users and gamers on the go. So it's a relatively small battery in the Mate S, but it was pretty good in our test and our reviews, and at the end of the day we were seeing 40% left, even after having a watch tethered to it as well. Wi-Fi surfing over 9 hours. Idle, so in kind of reader mode, we got 18 hours 44 minutes out of that. The OLED display is probably helping there. So in general, really good battery life from the Mate S. So what's our verdict then? Well, it's a beautiful smartphone, well designed, tight engineering, great screen, good battery life. It's a shame that we couldn't test a Force Touch on this model, but that will be available later in the year. Limited connectivity in terms of sort of Miracast, 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and LTE Cat 6 is not supported either. There's no IR port there for consumer IR control. Great build, good performance. The expandable storage is an advantage. Good cameras, call quality is great. The speaker is good, up to about 80% volume, as we mentioned. Good accessory range, and the battery life is good. The GPS could have been better. We would have liked to have seen better performance on the GPS, and it isn't 4K video capable. So that was the Huawei Mate S here. I think there's probably one more thing to mention. We gave it an 88% score, and it is a good all-round phone. It doesn't seem to be best at anything, but it's just good all-round, and a very high-quality phone. Design is fantastic, possibly has the best fingerprint reader of any phone. But anyway, one thing to mention is the pricing. I've been checking the pricing on this, and it's already down from $650 in Europe to $628 in a matter of weeks. And my gut feeling is, and history tells me, that maybe the Huawei products are going to drop more quickly than, for example, the Samsung and Apple products. So although it might not be the best phone out of the high-end phones, it might be the best for you if you find a good offer. So keep a lookout for offers on that. At €599, I think you'll probably, my gut feeling is that you'll see that for $599 for Christmas, but I can't be sure. Just keep your eyes on it, okay? Right, if you enjoyed the video, if you got something out of the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, you'll get early notifications of the next videos that are going up in the tech review series, and that will be the Samsung Galaxy S2 8-inch and 9.7-inch versions, which I've got over there, and those videos will be going up in a couple of days, so check those out. Any questions you've got, drop them below. Happy to hear those. Notebookcheck.net, notebookcheck.com for the full review of that product, the Huawei, must keep practicing that, Mate S. Thanks for watching.